8 years ago, I had what most people would call success. A well-paying job in a former Fortune 500 company, my own office in the glass tower, being a manager, doing business trips, stability, the whole package. But deep down, I knew I was in the wrong game. My real passion, training, health, performance, becoming the best version of myself, and helping others do the same. So when I finally made the leap to change my career, everything changed. I discovered Peter Drucker's book, Managing Oneself, about 10 years ago, and it already confirmed what I had learned the hard way. If you don't actively design your life, someone else will do it for you. Managing ourselves is a must for anyone serious about success. After transitioning from a corporate job into becoming a trainer, an osteopath, a physiokinesiologist, and a coach, I realized that success isn't about grinding harder. It's about understanding yourself, playing to your strengths, and position yourself where you can thrive. Which brings us to the first lesson of 5. Lesson number 1, know your strengths. When I left my corporate job, I didn't just randomly choose coaching. I started tracking where I created the most impact. Clients and athletes kept coming to me, not just for workouts, but for recovery, biomechanics, and optimizing performance. That's when I realized my strength wasn't just training, it was helping people unlock peak performance in a holistic way. So Drucker says, success comes from knowing what you're good at, not fixing your weaknesses. So here's your action step. Take a piece of paper, write down 3 things that come to your mind where people are constantly asking for your help with. These are your advantage. Drucker calls this the feedback analysis method. So in addition to writing down your strengths, note some of the decisions that you're about to make in life. And then review these notes 6 months later to see if you have been accurate. This method will help reveal some of the gaps and where you need to fill them. Lesson number 2, how do you perform? Some people thrive on structure, others need flexibility. During my training with Ultimate Human Performance, I got to work with some Navy SEALs. I saw firsthand how elite performers tailor their training to their style. Some needed very detailed programs, while others just needed simple cues to execute on. The lesson, the best system is the one that suits you. So Drucker says, don't force yourself in your system that doesn't fit your natural style. Try to find out if you're a reader or a listener when it comes to learning new things. So take a moment and think back on something that you've recently learned. Did you learn this new thing by listening, or by reading about it, or by being hands-on and doing it? This will help you determine your style of learning. Lesson number 3, what are your values? In my corporate job, I was successful, but I wasn't fulfilled. I realized some of my core values were growth, impact, and high performance. And sitting in meetings all day, that wasn't it. It took stepping away to see everything clearly. But once I did, everything aligned. So the lesson here, work where your values align with your mission. So write down at least 3 core values that you identify with and ask yourself if they are currently aligning with your job. If not, it may be time to adjust. Lesson number 4, where do you belong? In the corporate world, I was constantly adapting to the system. But when I transitioned into coaching, I realized I wasn't meant to follow a rigid structure. I thrived in an environment where I could help people one-on-one, where results mattered more than status. That's when I started building a coaching business around my strengths. So, as Drucker says, don't try to fit in an environment that doesn't suit you. Try to identify, where do you perform best? Is it alone? Is it in a team? Is it under pressure? Or is it in a structured system? And then try to position yourself accordingly. Lesson number 5, take responsibility for relationships. One thing I learned coaching athletes, executives, and high performers, communication is everything. Early on, I would assume my clients would just get it when I sent them my programs. But the best results came when I adapted to each person's style. Some needed structure, others needed flexibility. Same goes for business, leadership, and life. So the lesson here, don't just wait for feedback, go and seek it. Ask 3 people that you trust, what's one thing I could do better? Drucker's advice is simple but life-changing. Know yourself, play your strengths, and take ownership of your future. Most people never do this, and that's why they're stuck. But I know you can do this. So if you need help applying these lessons to your fitness, your personal life, or your business, you can DM me, coaching, on Instagram, and drop in the comments which of these lessons resonated most with you. Hope I'll see you in the next video. That's it. Peace.